tell you we have some Minnesotans in the audience because your oohs were really good. Sometimes on this tour, it sounds more like ooh, la la.
And Gail Borland would be really proud of you all.
Oh, okay, well here's one of my favorite gospel tunes, and we're going to bring up the quartet, I think. Are you going to sing bass on this one?
I think I do.
All right. A little softly and tenderly.
Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. See on the portals, he's waiting and watching, watching for you and for me. Come home, come home, come home, come home. You are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home. Why should we tarry when Jesus is pleading, pleading for you and for me? Why should we linger and heed not his mercies, mercies for you and for me? Come home, come home, come home, come home. You are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home. Oh, for the wonderful love he has promised, promised for you and for me. Though we have sinned, he has mercy and pardon, pardon for you and for me. Come home, come home, come home. You are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home. Calling, oh sinner, come home.
All right. We have time for a couple more, so we're going to throw in a song by Bob Dylan called The Gospel Plow. 1, 2, 3. Hey, we have a little time, so I want to tell one of my Bill Monroe stories. Back when I was a teenager, I was at Bean Blossom. This would be like with Brian Wickland and some other folks. And we were jamming back in the campground, and Bill Monroe's guitar player came out and said, hey, do you want to come up and play on stage? And we said, oh yeah, we're all so excited. This was back in the early days of Bean Blossom, where they had this barn out in front that has since burned down. But they used to hold festivals in there with the Stanley Brothers and Flat and Scruggs. And so we must have been there one of the last years before it burned down. And Wayne Lewis comes in with Bill Monroe's mandolin, and we're backstage waiting to go on. And he sets it down on the table, and we're just sitting there looking at that thing. You know, the most famous mandolin in the world, sitting right there, nobody around. So I went over and touched it. And if you go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, his mandolin is behind a lucite case. If you look in the lower left-hand corner, my fingerprint. Thank you very much.
I got bad news for you, man. Because when they had, was it Ricky Skaggs playing it? They actually polished it, and they didn't leave your fingerprint. I'm sorry. You've been erased, wiped out of the. Okay, you just keep going.
So anyways, my fingerprint is there. All right, we're going to do
one more, yeah.
one more. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more song.
This one is on the list.
Uncle Pat.
Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.
Come from far away to dance all night till the break of day. When they call the heart, it doesn't know. You know Uncle Pat was ready to go. Reggae evening up, sundown, down the hill above the temple. Baby, fiddle, Lord, how it rings. You hear it talk, you hear it sing. So the joy in what they call the Boston boy brings them always cheering. Believe that's where they begin. Well, rainy evening up sundown, how we hear it above the temple. Play the fiddle, Lord, how we ring. You can hear it talk, you can hear it sing. Lord, how we ring. You can hear it talk, you can hear it sing. Rainy evening on sundown, high the hill and above the town. Play the fiddle, Lord, how we ring. You can hear it talk, you can hear it sing.
Great job, guys. Great job. As you know, I think I told you guys earlier, the encores, we're going to hold off on the encores because of the scheduling. But before these bands leave here, I'll make sure they get a legit encore on their last set of the weekend. All right? So I don't want to disappoint anybody, but I don't want to run off the schedule either. All right, we're going to get the next band up here, get all set up here. We've got some more bluegrass.